Um,
Hey, listen, another week. We're delayed here. We are. Frank presents the play call. How you guys doing today? No music today.
doing good.
It's we're getting it together. We promise it's gonna be more uh stuff coming up soon. I have more time in my hand here shortly, and me and June can work on it
Right.
while the other two work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Frank Presents the Play Call. The team is here in full effect. Nikki, Bree, June. How are you guys doing? Nikki first, how are you doing?
Blessed and having. I ain't hit that with the note in a while. Favor. Yeah,
Beautiful. Bree's in California. What's up?
Doing good. The weather's beautiful. It's nice out here. I'm doing
It's raining. It's
And
raining in Jan.
just got back from running 6 miles. You know what I'm saying? He on the floor, passed out. I hope I have his energy when I retire. June, what's up, man? How you doing?
I am blessed, just like all three of you guys.
Amen. So let's get to it, Bree. What we got?
So first, Matt Ryan announces that he will be an analyst for CBS Sports. And he also stated that this is not a retirement announcement. So Nikki, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't really have much of feelings. I think it's just, if you pay attention, but most of the people that retired recently, they still try to find a way to stay in the game without being in the game. So that's good for him. Now, saying that it's not a retirement announcement, it needs to be. It's okay. Let it go. That's it.
I think it's another way for him to try to stay relevant after being cut by the Colts by Saturday and the boys. That's just another way to get staying relevant and getting some type of people to watch him be an analyst. Give it up.
You
Give it up, Wayne.
Do you guys think that athletes that transition to sports analysts make the game better when they're actually commentating? If they have the gift for it. Some people get up there and sound so boring, but the ones that do, you want to take that, Bree?
I personally think it does because they've been on that field. They've been in the games, right? And someone like Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, someone who's played the game for such a long time and got to experience different eras of the NFL, hearing them talk about it and discuss it, like we get their point of view and they know exactly like what they're talking about and what's been going on. I feel like if they've done, like only their rookie contract and got out, yeah, they have experience and stuff, but I like to hear from people who's been doing this for a long time and who has made names for the teams that they play.
I like Tony.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I said I like Tony Romo. When he did it, something about Tony Romo, he sees the game, and it makes me wonder why you couldn't see the game when he was on the field. But
right, that's exactly what I was about to say. I think it's a double-edged sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you being on the field, I guess you'll get the insight, you will understand more. But if you sit here criticizing others, it's gonna be like, wait. When you was on the thing, the way you see, it's just like us, right? If you sit in the stands, sitting up top, you see, it seems like you see everything so much wider. Or when we're on the TV, right? Come on, ref, that was a whatever call. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess it is a good thing because you could give a little bit more insight. But if you come off more as giving more insight instead of criticizing, because when you criticize, then people start to nitpick when you were on the field, you missed this or you didn't do that. So I guess that's a double-edged sword there,
Yeah.
June?
I think as long as you get some type of training, because you could be the smartest man on the field and sound like the dumbest on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So and you have some of those analysts across the other leagues as well. I'll give you a great set of sports analysts in the NBA, like the Shaq and the Barkleys. I mean, they kind of make it fun. They're smart about the game and they say the right thing. And then you got some in other leagues that just go up there and they sound really weird. Not saying that they don't know much about the game, but they need training on certain words. It's kind of like writing an eval. It's like, man, you're really good at your job, but you suck at writing an eval. My good Lord.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Okay,
Good
so
for him. We just say that. Good for him.
yeah, congratulations to Matty Ice. And you want to know something that's crazy about Matty Ice? Speaking of, we're talking about him. If you look up his stats compared to Ben Roethlisberger, they have the same exact stats.
I could see it. I could believe it.
They're like not like Ben is like right here, Matty Ice is like right here.
It's just timing, man. I mean, timing and teams and everything.
And teams that you're on.
That's a whole nother topic.
Okay.
So
All right. The NFL approved a new bylaw that will allow an emergency third quarterback to be activated if the first two are injured during the game. I feel like this should have been a thing a while ago. One prime example is when the Broncos back in the 2020 season were out their quarterbacks and their offensive coordinator had requested to suit up and put on a helmet and play quarterback. Like times like that. And they had to pull a wide receiver from their practice squad who played junior high school quarterback to play their quarterback. They should have been made this a rule with incidents like that happening, but better late than never. So kudos to them on doing that.
I think I think that whole 49ers is what happened. 49ers happened. And I think those games impact a lot. So if we look at the Chiefs and Bills in the AFC Championship, that changed the overtime rule, right? A few years before that, it was the Patriots and Chiefs and AFC Championship, where Brady went down and scored, and the Chiefs never got the ball back. They were talking about changing it then. So I think some games impact. I think it's dope. I think it's great. I think that's where people like Matt Ryan come in, right? You could ride the bench and hopefully get that one chance to put together two good drives and maybe manage the game or not throw it away. There's a lot of players out there, especially now with the XFL and the USFL and all that stuff. You got players that are playing very, very well in those leagues. Hey, they might get a chance to come on and just ride the bench and maybe get that chance to shine. So I think that's a good thing, but we know that's the 49ers effect. Thanks to the Eagles knocking out Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's always good to look for better, like for ways to make the game better. But I'm about to contradict myself. We will never have the game where we'll figure that everything that they have or rule or whatever works. It's always a better way. You know what I mean? So it's always something that's going to continue to evolve. But I guess my only question is it evolving to make the game better, or is it evolving where eventually it's going to be like, I don't want to say whack, but I don't know.
I think this makes it a little better. I think so. Let's say more competitive, right? The NFL itself changed. It went from defense to more offense. They want to see more passing yards. They want to see throwing the ball. So there's a lot of things. That's why it's quarterback friendly. You can't breathe on the quarterback. You can't hit wide receivers. If you touch wide receiver, it's a pass interference or a holding. It's designed to get more ratings. This is going to help bring more people in, more money into the NFL. Now, is it hurting it? I don't think so. I think that what happens with time, we start exposing that there's certain things need to be improving, right? We're so used to doing things one way, and over time, things happen that show us that, but there's room for improvement in certain areas. So, I mean, if we're gonna talk about what's making the game boring or not, then let's stop. Let them play defense. Let them hit people. Let them get at the quarterback. I'm not saying hit him after he throws the ball and clearly is a first down. He gets hit after the whistle's blown. But what I'm saying is, don't be scared. Like we've said it so many times watching the games. Mahomes, Allen, all of them know that. They know how to stop in a sense, act like they're about to go out of bounds, and you don't want to hit them because you don't want the flag, and then boom, they go run for another 10, 15 yards, and now you got to hit them, and then they still get the flag because they went out of bounds. So, you know, I think it's better. I think it's more competitive this way.
I mean, how? Like I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I don't know how.
How many instances do we really have where we need this emergency quarterback? I mean, if you were the head coach, why not put the energy into that backup quarterback? So that way you don't have these type of issues and the competitiveness still stays there. If I'm paying Gardner Minshew $10 million a year to be a backup, I'm going to make sure that he's almost as efficient as my starting quarterback. It won't be the same, but it will still almost be as efficient to remain somewhat competitive in the game. And you have the Brock Purdy issues and the issue you were talking about, Bree, but those instances are very rare. So to
yeah,
me,
they are really, really rare. But also, we don't have to see Christian McCaffrey suit up and try to be quarterback.
Yep.
Or when the Giants this past season, I think it's more instances happen than what's actually shown, because I don't know if you guys remember, I think it was week 3. It was one of the early weeks when the Giants were playing, and Tyrod Taylor and Daniel Jones were both injured, and Saquon Barkley had to snap and had to, you know, once the ball got snapped to him, he had to run for a couple of like plays until one of them got better, you know, like now you're hurting that chance of your running back, right? Because the NFL is, if both your quarterbacks get hurt, you're running back, right? Now, what if your running back gets hurt, right? Now you don't have a running back once your quarterback gets injured.
Yeah, the difference is, though, it's not that we're bringing a person in because the first 2 suck. This is saying if you lose your backup, your
I'll play devil's advocate. What if the third string also gets hurt and you have no running back?
Those occasions are extremely rare. Like we're talking about rare occasions.
Like you making now the third person, so we're gonna make another one for the fourth. You get what I'm saying? Like what? I mean, where's the cutoff where it's like, all right, it is. Okay, so you use that one as example, and I hate to say this, but Patrick Mahomes got hurt, and I'm not asking that he should continue to play, but he did. You get what I'm saying? So now the point is, you know what? Hold on. You said 49ers. Some of these quarterbacks, unfortunately, not to talk about it, are injury prone. This is the best availability is, you know, the best what's it called? Thing is availability. Jimmy G was injury prone, so we had to move down to the third or whatever. So I mean, I guess at what time, when is enough? Because we're going to continue to make rules. And again, I'm not against making rules for the betterment of the game, but when those rules become like, okay, I mean, we have the one and the backup. Now we have one backup to the backup. Like,
go ahead, Bree.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but the NFL is like all these rules that they're adding into motion, into play, are slowly turning into what college football is. You know, college football has a first, second, and third string quarterback. You know, a lot of these rules are turning into what the NCAA has been doing in college, right? And I think what they're trying to do is, this is just my personal opinion, what they're trying to do is trying to make the game so similar. Because if you notice, college football and NFL are completely different, right? As if you have NBA and then you have college basketball, which are remotely the same, completely the same. So I think personally, they're trying to make college and pro a little bit more similar style of playing when it comes to the rules and stuff.
So then everything should be similar.
So to answer June's question, I didn't know
what Nikki said.
What you said, Nikki?
Go ahead. Answer. I said then everything should be similar.
Yeah, that's what I think they're trying to do. I said I think
what they're trying to do, it would never be.
So I'm gonna get to June, and then I'm gonna give my take on the whole college and NFL thing. So the reason I say it's competitive, June, is because yes, those cases are rare. They are rare, but we all talked about it. We said it. What if Purdy never got hurt in the NFC Championship? What would that look like? You know, what if they had another competent quarterback in there that can manage the game with the defense they had? What would that look like? So when we talk about competitiveness, I would like to have a third string quarterback that maybe has some success, that's seasoned on the bench, and if I need him, hey, throw him in. It could change the whole outcome of the game. Instead of me relying on my running back, which is not competitive, we saw what it did in that game. The minute y'all took out Brock Purdy, the game was pretty much yours. Even their defense stopped playing. Like, it was like, oh, we're going to lose anyway. We're not going to put up points. Go ahead, Hold up, Nick. So then,
oh yeah, I'm waiting.
I say it's more competitive and it's money. That's what it is. See, the problem is we don't want to have that extra person in there that could change the outcome of a game, right?
Oh, June, my hand went up first.
Yeah, June, you got to wait.
I'm after you.
And then
I'm
to
after
go
you.
back to the whole thing with college and stuff, right? I think they should incorporate some college rules into the NFL, i.e. the pass interference. And college is only a 15-yard penalty. The NFL, it's wherever the penalty was committed. So a lot of quarterbacks, when Brady played, Brady was one, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, who else? Aaron Rodgers, all of them, they do it. They throw the ball deep, they throw it short, so the receiver has to come back. And because the defender's playing it, he blocks him. That's a 15-yard. That's a pass interference at the 1 when it could have been just a 15-yard penalty. But the other difference is there's levels to this shit. So when they come into the game to play, like a lot of these guys in NFL, and I was listening to the basketball player from the Nets on the pivot, and they were asking what's the difference when you come from college, because a lot of people can't transition from college basketball to the NBA. It's more fast-paced. You're playing with more veteran players that have experience, and you get in there thinking you got what it takes, and you get sunned. Same thing kind of in football, right? A lot of these guys get in there, and the first thing they'll say is, yo, it's so much more high-paced, fast-paced, more intensity. It's different. It's different. But I do feel they should incorporate some of the rules because I think it's better. When you got, now I'm not maybe not the 1 foot in, maybe you should have 2 feet in, but that pass interference, I agree with. Go ahead, Nikki.
So I'm gonna say this when you talk about the thing. Look, Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. Okay, he was the last pick. You get me? And look, Purdy, I actually like you. I like the fact because he was the last pick at the 18th million round. Nobody could ever say that he was going to be as good as he was. You get what I'm saying? So that's more power to him. What's the old dude name? I cannot remember his name. His face is right in my head. But that sat behind Aaron at the Packers.
Jordan Love.
He sucked. He ain't there yet.
He sucked.
So you wanted a backup to the non-talented backup?
Hey, that is now the new starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Put some respect.
And the Packers will struggle. And they're going to struggle because he's not there yet. So I mean, I understand, some people, there's a lot of backup quarterbacks that you're looking like, bro, you will never be a number 1. You are a solid backup quarterback. You know what? You know what? What's his name? June? The one that won the Super Bowl for y'all.
No. Nick Foles.
Nick Foles is a solid backup quarterback. They try to put him as a number 1. Couldn't hang out. He couldn't do it. He's right back doing where he was best at. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, to have a backup to a backup, it's like, it's a gamble anyway. By the time you make the 3rd string, you get what I'm saying? We ain't calling your name anyway.
Yes.
That's what it is. We're not. Like, you couldn't even beat the backup to be the backup. You get what I'm saying? So, to give them a shot, I'm not here saying no, not give a shot, but damn, now we are grasping for pennies anyways. You are hoping. Look, let me tell you about Brock Purdy, right? He was great. I loved him. I hate that he got hurt because I think it would have been an interesting game. However, a lot of people felt like eventually once he was going to have a moment where he was going to fall. It was just unfortunate that he fell with the injury. You know what I mean? But let's be honest, the one Brock Purdy, there's other 32 backups, 3rd string, that probably would have never even made it as far as he made it. You get what I'm saying? So you want to activate the 3rd string that my thing here is this: a lot of backup quarterbacks aren't even that great. So the third string is grasping for straws, and now you're saying it's a great thing that we're activating third strings, where some teams backups ain't even it. I hate to repeat myself, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
What's up, June?
No, I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. When it comes to these issues, if you don't have a receiver, what are you doing to draft? You draft one, right? If you don't have a running back, what are you doing to draft? You draft one, right? In this case, who protects the quarterback? The O-line, right? So if your O-line isn't strong enough, you draft a strong enough O-line, right? Look at them, the Cincinnati Bengals. They struggling, and it shows. When it comes to the O-line. And Burrow is just lucky he hasn't been knocked out the game, except when he got the ACL tear. But aside from that, I mean, again, these instances are so rare that, in my opinion, you strengthen your weakness, and if your weakness is protect back, then hey, head coach and GM, strap up.
Yeah, strengthen there instead of having a third and a fourth string. But anyway, I agree with you, June. Bismarck.
I think the positive of it is the fact that they're not also burning a roster spot. So I think that's the positive of it. So next topic is issues being brought up to change rules in the NFL. So that was one of them. And then, hold on. So they have a new rule that will place all kickoff fair catches at the 25-yard line. Another issue was, can Thursday night football games be flexed, the location of the 2025 NFL draft, and the location of Super Bowl 60. So 3 of the 4 have been released and discussed today at the spring league meeting in Minnesota. And the first one was the location of the Super Bowl 60, and that will be in San Francisco. Bang Bang Niner Gang. The NFL draft in 2025 will be in Green Bay. And then the NFL has approved flex scheduling for Thursday Night Football, with teams getting a 28-day notice. It will be in effect from weeks 13 to 17.
Yo, the draft in Green Bay
the draft is going to be,
or whenever it is, that in March. That's crazy.
Last week of April.
April. That's crazy.
It's still a little cold.
So I like the flex, and I like the fact you can give them time. I like the whole Super Bowl thing. What I don't like about the Super Bowl, I don't feel they go to cold states that often. And that's one thing I miss about old school football. Because they used to, before they started going into a general location, they would go to the stadium, I guess, of the person with the best record. So just imagine playing a Super Bowl in February in Lambeau Field when it's like negative 10 degrees outside. I think that makes it, I don't think they should always play it in warm weather or a dome. But I do that draft, though. I guess they're trying to bring popularity to other stadiums. I mean, it's cool. I like it. I like the fact that they are discussing changes to stuff and not just keep letting it go the way it goes.
My excuse for people is don't buy tickets weeks 13 through 17 for any Thursday night games.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think it's going to be short-lived. I think it's going to be short-lived because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think, yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, it sounds good, but once people start losing money, that shit going to be, you know, that's going to be revisited.
We have breaking news also, like 3 minutes before we started recording. The Raiders owner, Mark Davis, told ESPN, "We have come to an agreement for Tom Brady to become a partner of the Raiders, and we have submitted it to the NFL for approval. We're excited for Tom to join the Raiders."
I wonder why Raiders.
Do you think it's because, his BFF is a wide receiver coach there?
Who's the wide receiver coach? Edelman?
Or
no,
Dola? Amendola. He's a coach over there.
No, I think what it is, I think Tom, I spoke to Tom, I said, man, what's going on?
He's probably about to buy He's
I
about
think
to
he's
live out
expanding
in
his
Vegas.
portfolio because there's a second team that he's a minority owner in
Because
Vegas.
he's the Vegas Aces
Yes.
for the women's
So
basketball.
that's why I don't think he's going to do the sportscaster thing. I think he's the analyst. I think what he's going to do is he's going to, put his assets into these teams. And you got to think his name carries weight, especially any football organization. So I think
So
it's
he's going to move to Vegas. He's going to move to Vegas. Do you also think that when they leaked that he wasn't taking the Fox deal anymore, he was like, that's a complete lie? It was to cover his own butt?
Yeah. Yeah. He's secretive. He don't like people knowing what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't go into Miami with it because he lives in Miami or because that's where she's
He'll
at.
be living in Vegas.
Yeah. So
his kids are getting, older to where, like.
I mean, this man, he's friends with a lot of people, LeBron, Jay-Z, the Warren Buffetts and all these people. So he's probably getting the advice and he's putting his money. Look, Jay-Z said, I'd rather owe 1% of nothing than 100%. No, 1% of something than 100% of nothing.
Nothing.
Yep. So, hey, shout out to Brady, man. Get your bag. I think it's good. I think with him on the roster, on the ownership side, it can open up certain doors. Remember what Jay-Z did with the Nets when he was a minority owner? He only had 1%, and he got him to Brooklyn. So,
or what Jay-Z has done with the NFL, when it comes to the different cultures performing at the Super Bowl stuff. So,
yeah, the music, the entertainment, he opened that door. So, and look, he's been bringing in more artists that you normally wouldn't see in the Super Bowl. So I think it's dope. I think it's good.
Jim?
Nothing to say. I mean, good on him. I mean, shit, he got more than enough bread to continue his success. I mean, shit, it's Brady. I mean, what else can you do? Good shit.
Okay. And then, after 5 players were suspended in April, the NFL is now investigating a second wave of potential violations of its gambling policy.
I think they need to come up with a standard, okay? And I think they need to be specific and intentional what they're going to do. I honestly feel players that are injured, like what's Calvin Ridley, that wasn't even playing. If he wants to bet on the game, why can't he? He's not. Again,
I think that if you want to bet, don't bet on the game that your team is playing.
Correct. I agree with that. Yes, I agree. Like bet on something else.
Bet on a Super Bowl. If you're not in the Super Bowl, bet on a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they need to come up with a standard. I think that they need to come up with a set thing. You get caught gambling, you're suspended automatically. This is what it is.
Also, the standard when it comes, because if you've noticed, 3 of the 2 Lions players got suspended for 6 months, and then the other ones is suspended. The other 2 are suspended for a full football season.
And I don't I don't get that.
They didn't have the details on how X, Y, and Z, but yeah. I do agree, set standard. And also, if you are, regardless if you're injured or not, if you are a part of that team, you cannot bet on a game that your team is playing.
Correct. I agree.
I mean, that's I guess my only thing is what has already been said. It's just the standard. You know what I'm saying? I already know about what's to call it, but if you're gonna punish one for one thing and others do the same thing, then the punishment should be the same. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. June?
Get it together, before start handing out these different punishments or whatever. Just get it together so you could just
June, get it together. I know June is the mastermind behind all of these players getting suspended.
I mean, it goes back.
He wants another free ride to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I'll take them.
All right, Frank, can you make me a host so I can
show
the pictures?
I'm sorry.
So we gotta get through these pictures so we could do trivia. What happened for
What's up, bro?
No, never mind. You know what? Never mind.
Oh, sorry, June.
We'll talk offline.
No,
I was gonna take a shot at Bree, but now I changed my mind.
Oh no, take a shot. Take a shot at me. Let's go.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave you alone.
Are you scared?
Hey, Bree, call him out.
I ain't scared. It's just, hey,
Well,
hey,
first of all, why
hey,
can't we
oh,
see you? First of all, why
hey,
can't we see you?
I ain't scared. It's just a
Okay,
whole
well then
different.
show your face. If
Hey,
you ain't scared, show your face.
hey, it's just a whole different league right now.
You show
You
your
know?
face then. Show your face at least.
Hey, I just said it. I ain't
Because you
scared. It's just
hiding
a whole
behind the
different league.
camera.
I ain't hiding behind the camera. I'm just laying down.
June, she said you already at the camera. Then you can't even pull your face up, so you hiding.
I know. I almost feel like the Celtics.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cute. That's
All
cute.
right, come on, let's
The
go.
same Celtics that made your MVP look like a high school basketball player.
Nice, June. That
What you
wasn't
mean?
nice.
Oh, so she could take a shot, but I
Oh,
can't.
no. It's okay because I've learned honestly to not entertain BS from people whose teams can't beat my team. So when your team can knock my team out, then you could talk to me. Otherwise, the slander.
Your team do something. She said, "Pull up."
I'd rather be sitting down.
My son dropped 51 points on your MVP. So
and that's the
talk to
last
me
time
nice
he made
next
it.
time.
And that's the last time he made a shot.
Okay,
But-
and that's a lie. That's first of all, we all know that's a lie. When your team makes it to a finals or an Eastern Conference championship, then we can have this discussion. But last time, I know your team can't do that. So, anyways, and it was on Mother's Day. Cute.
The last time y'all won?
No, this last
in the last right? That was the last time y'all won because y'all 0-3. I'm just saying.
Who did we beat?
I'm just saying, the last time y'all won. So Mother's Day.
Okay. All right.
Yes, moving
All right,
on.
go to your room.
All right, so top 20 wide receiver duos. Okay, so we have, these are just pictures, like, we could discuss them really, really fast, but these are the top 20 wide receiver duos according to All Sports Culture. If you notice, I think this is accurate. I think it's very accurate.
Oh, that's the order it is. Number 1 is Waddle and Hill.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%. I like that.
I think this is very accurate. I would definitely, the only thing that I would change, honestly, in my personal opinion, is I would put DK and Lockett behind Adams, Renfro, Jed. Is like, I would bring them down and shift everybody to the left to where they're behind Debo and Ayuk.
Yeah, because we don't know. So some of these guys, we don't know what they're gonna look like. Like,
Because Jordan Addison,
Cooks, Ridley hasn't played a game yet with Kirk, so we don't know what that's gonna look like. But we know what Jetta's. Well, I don't even know. Yeah, we know what
Addison, but we just got to see what they look like whenever.
Yeah, because Michael Thomas ain't been healthy enough to make a difference.
Bro, Michael Thomas ain't played in about 60 years.
Yeah, and that Sutton and Judy didn't really go off because of the struggles with Russell Wilson. He wasn't cooking.
Russell.
Stove wasn't working. And
well, that's probably why they're that far down the list.
Yeah, because now you got Wilson and Lazard down at the bottom.
Pickens and Deontay, the last.
When Keenan Allen's healthy, they could be a tough matchup. You know what I'm saying? So I would actually.
They struggled last year, though.
I also think when it comes to this list is because, we have a rookie on this list that hasn't even played a snap. And then we also have Ridley on this list who hasn't even played with the Jags yet. I think this list is based off of how they perform as a wide receiver.
Right.
So
100% it has to be because, like we just said, some of these people ain't played, like you just said, Ridley.
DJ.
A lot of these people ain't played together. And then a lot of these people just been hurt. Like, what's it called? The Saints. What's his name again? Thomas. So yeah.
I don't know. I think Diggs and Greg Gabe Davis. I mean, shit. I think they belong way up there.
Who?
Davis.
Diggs.
I think they could go higher too. I forgot.
Definitely in the top row.
Yeah, I forgot that they were on this list.
Yeah, get the Bucks out of there. Sure.
Evans.
From last year's performance, There's no way they should be on top.
They were injured too, like half of the season. So
I know, but I'm just saying, like.
But that's why I said I think based on like how they play, you know, as like a wide receiver.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is for Frank. Do you agree? I mean, this is for everybody. The New England Patriots, best players of all time.
I don't even. I'm not even gonna waste my time.
Of course, Tom.
I don't think,
Brady,
but
but
me personally, I think this list is so great, except for Randy Moss should not be in tier 2. I think Randy Moss should be in tier 1.
oh,
And
yeah.
I would think, honestly, I wouldn't even put Gronk in tier 1. I'll put him in tier 2.
He's in tier 2.
I'm in tier 3. I will switch Randy Moss and Gronk. I think Randy Moss has a better impact on that team than Gronk did, in my opinion.
I guess longevity wise, you know what I'm saying? Gronk started as a rookie there. He came there, he was drafted there. So look at the company he's keeping. I mean, Ty Law, and a lot of these guys that are on here got traded too. Like Richard Seymour got traded. Who else? Wes Welker King.
Amendola not on this list.
Yeah, I would put him up there.
I'll put him in tier 3.
Got traded. Malloy, they sent Malloy out the following. Like it was a lot of these guys. Slater should be higher than tier 5 and special teams. I would move Edelman up.
Edelman. Julian, tier 3.
Yeah, he's tier 2. I would move him up.
But Gerard Mayo's not even on this list.
Yeah, yes, that's why it depends who you ask. I mean, Vince Wilfork was a problem when he was healthy.
And McCourtney should not be tier 5 either, honestly. I would put him in tier 4 or 3.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely move.
So Brady's in 1.
Yeah,
would you put somebody next to Brady in tier 1 as best players of all time, or would you leave him up there solo dolo?
Solo dolo. Yeah, I would leave him solo. I mean, look, to me, honestly, Gronk and Edelman deserve right to be where they're like in tier 2, you know, because of what they did as far as consistency goes. When they were playing and they were healthy, you couldn't stop them. You couldn't do nothing to them. The problem with the Patriots as far as numbers go, I think me and Nikki, did you and I talk about that? About Edelman not going to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, it was
the numbers. It was the system. You know, you're not the main guy. Randy Moss came to us late in his career. He did 2 years and he was gone. Junior Seau came to us late in his career. Who else? Trying to look. Gilmore we got from the Bills. Revis came to us for a couple of for Revis to be a tier 6 and he was only there for 2 years. I mean, Slater should be higher than that. I don't know. I guess that's it. I mean, Brady's on the top, of course. And Bledsoe, tier 4. Like, come on. He went to the Super Bowl and lost. Now, Logan Mankins, I would make tier 2 as far as offensive linemen. Adam Vinatieri should be tier 2. Their first 3 Super Bowls, he won it with a kick. Or first 2 of the 3. So, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm not going to be mad. I think it's good.
Head coach rankings. Okay. So, these are the head coach rankings. Do you agree or do you disagree? This is a different one than what we've seen.
I don't agree.
Going into the 2023 season.
I don't agree. Going into the 2023 season? Then I agree. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. Who you going to move up? Your guy? Sirianni?
Yeah. I mean, he only made it to the Super Bowl.
Okay, so let's look at it, right? Reed got 2 rings. Belichick got 6.
I think Belichick is a little high.
Shanahan doesn't have a ring.
Shanahan doesn't have one, but McVay has one. Tomlin has 2. Sean Payton has 1. McDermott don't have none. Harbaugh got 2. Doug Peterson got 1. So, I mean, based on what you got, if anything, yeah, we should move the people, all the rings up, and the people without them down.
I mean, I'm thinking more in the sense of more in the sense of the success that they've had in the last like 2 to 3 years.
Oh man, if you're gonna do it that way, then yeah, Belichick should be number 10. You know what I'm saying? But you
All right, that's what I thought we were doing, but yeah, never mind.
no, that's for you to bump your guy up. He what, how many?
No, but my thing is this, right? If I was looking at it, I thought Belichick is too high. I wasn't going by rings, but if we're going by rings, cool. But even if you do the last couple of years success, you know, he probably wouldn't have even made the list.
So
originally, when I looked at it, I wasn't looking at it in any particular order. Like, oh, you got 18 rings, da 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 da. So I thought Belichick shouldn't even be on the list.
Yeah, you're disrespectful. June, I tell you what, I would move 10.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I would move 10 up to 6 because Sirianni at least been coaching recently, and Sean Payton hasn't coached in years. So we don't know what that's going to look like on his resume. So I would move yours up and move Payton down.
No.
Now, when we look at what these coaches have done, right? Because Nikki's so disrespectful. She is.
No, I'm not trying to say.
No, hold on.
I'm just saying.
I got you. I'm not mad at you. I just said you disrespectful. Dougie P.
I mean, the truth is the truth.
Yeah, I bet you y'all would kill to have him. Dougie P.
I'm not asking Dougie P to be on the list, but I'm just saying, like,
no.
If you look at,
I'm not saying you said that. I'm not saying you said that. Not at all. I'm just saying Dougie P. I'm taking shots at people now, so it's not nothing with you.
I know, but don't take it personal. Take it what it is.
No, this is football. I'm talking football now. Dougie P. won 1 Super Bowl, wrote a book, and got fired. Okay. John Harbaugh was about to get fired until Lamar Jackson stepped in and saved him. Sean McDermott is a defensive coach with a phenomenal quarterback and can't get it together, right? Sean Payton, we don't know what he's going to do. Nick Sirianni, we know what he's doing, but he also has help from the GM to get him the players he wants, and his quarterback is doing what he got to do to step up. Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season, so we'll do that. Sean McDermott, we know what he did, but I mean, let's be real. We all said it. They was a protection away from losing that game. Shanahan has been to the Super Bowl with the Falcons and the Super Bowl with the 49ers. And maybe if he get a healthy team, he could win it all. The only two coaches up there left with a pedigree is Andy Reid and Belichick. Now, the only reason
come on, hurry up,
Andy Reid up there above Belichick is because of the last 2 years' success. However, if I look at it for what it's worth, right? He had Patrick Mahomes.
Let me put my hand up because I don't see.
See, Alex Smith took him to the playoffs, and he couldn't get the ball past 20 yards.
My ex-husband,
Andy Reid was.
See, this is my issue. This is my issue.
Was one of the oldest coaches in the league.
We got to move on. We got to move on.
You know what I'm saying? And if we want to talk about pedigree,
okay, Frank. Next picture.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just saying. I can talk facts. I can talk facts.
No, yeah, but wait, hold on. Hey. I gotta say something. You can't. You stated facts.
That topic is gonna turn to a 40-minute topic.
No. I'm not against it. You stated facts, but you made your facts fit the narrative, right? So what I'm saying is, I can't see Frank. What I'm saying is, when you talk about Andy Reid, you're like, oh, the only reason is because the last 2 years. So then what would you say about Bill Belichick the last 2 years? Like, you can't pick which fact you want to hit on. Like, for example, when you said Dougie P, he wrote a book, blah, 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 you got no argument from me. But when you saying, well, I agree with this one because the last 2 years, but this one, the predicate, what he's done in over the years, no, we're talking about the last 2-3 years.
No, that's a year. There's no stipulation on there. It just says what.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you pick, you want to pick and choose.
No, I'm not picking and choosing. I'm calling what is better. No.
Right, I'm gonna let it go. No, you are calling what is better. Okay, so this is the thing, right?
List, right? Because I feel that the people forget what one man did with a system.
No, I'm not. We're not forgetting it. I'm not against the list, though. But what I'm saying is, this is my issue.
Did I say Nikki had an issue? I said people.
No. But I'm not. I didn't say.
Hold up.
We're having a conversation.
I've been having this issue, right, Bree, for a while because
can we move on? Can we move on?
Forgetting what Belichick has done
I don't think
as a coach.
Yes.
Now
we could move on.
The only reason I put Andy Reid above, he won a Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, but Frank, my question for you is this. This is my last question, and I won't say nothing.
Okay, bring the question on, because I have an answer. Go ahead.
Where's the standard? If the standard is he's done this in the last 10 years, then that's the standard. So if you're going to say somebody's this because the last 2 years, then you can't talk about somebody else in the last 10 years. The standard would be last 2 years. Then you move forward. Like
what I said earlier.
What my thing is, like when you say,
if we're going to go off
I'm
the
done.
last,
I'm not going to say nothing else, but you're fine.
No.
You got it.
I said earlier, and we can rewind it back if you want. I can have the stenograph person in the court read it back to you. I said, if we go off the last 2 years, then Belichick going to be number 10. I said that.
Yeah, and that's all I said. That's all. Yeah. I agree with that. That's what I said. I was like,
I can argue.
I know that. I know that,
Frank. WP up because
I know that, Frank. I didn't say that. I didn't say you didn't say that. But then when you wanted to justify why he was number 2, that statement, when you say, listen, Frank, when you say,
I had a whole dissertation on it. Frank,
hold on. When you say A, B, C, D, however, that means A, B, C, D, you have now washed that off. And your however is how you stand.
You didn't let me go into it. I've had an issue with the comparison of how
Frank, you got it
on a pedestal when Andy Reid's success is based on the fact that he walked into a team and the team had the right assets and got the right quarterback.
Frank, hold on. The only thing I'm gonna say, okay, I keep saying that I'm not against your thing, right?
So then?
Okay, let me let you finish.
No, I'm asking if you're not against my shit. Why are you talking?
No. Listen. What I'm not against is you saying I have a problem with them saying Andy Reid against Belly. I'm not against what you're saying there. When we first started, I said, I really don't care how the list go. I'm just wondering how Belichick made the list because of the success. And you said, this is what you said, I agree. However, but we're going to talk about it. Now I'm going to take shots. Blah, 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 blah. So when you say however, you dismiss everything that you said before. This is just grammar, easy grammar. When you say however, everything you said before it's now non and void.
You're right.
That's all I'm saying.
English first. I spoke Spanish first, so my bad.
Lord. All right, I'm done.
I'm to speak
I'm
English.
done.
What the fuck you talking about? I'm done. At the end of the day, listen, it's my list. It's what I see it as, right? You have your opinion on yours. I have mine. So correct. I say that I can change when people say, "Are we talking about the first couple of years?" I'm talking about the reason I think he's number 2. Okay, just to get with it, is the fact he has experience. Out of all those head coaches on that list, the only other head coach that I would say can compare to him when it comes to years in the league and experience is Andy Reid. And because Andy Reid has done what he has to do rightfully to keep his team in contention to win Super Bowls, 2 in the last, 4 years, and be in the talks, that's why I have him number 1. But when it comes down to experience, football IQ, intelligence, and coaching, I would put Belichick number 1. That's all I'm saying. So it's that's why I said the however and moved on. It's not like I said, if we're gonna go off the last 3-4 years, then yeah, Andy Reid's number 1. He got 2 rings. 4 Super Bowl appearances, Bree? Or 3? No, 4. Yeah, 4. 4 Super Bowl appearances and 2 rings. He's gonna be number 1. He's gonna be number 1. You can't argue that. But if we go off experience, IQ, dedication, knowledge, and smarts, I'm gonna put Belichick over him. That's just what that's my opinion. That's my thought. That's what I see. But I'm also knowing that a man like Belichick has been scouting teams since he was 9 years old with his dad, who was a scout for Navy. So he's been doing football since he was a kid. So that's why I say he should be number 1. If I was gonna go off that, is that justifiable enough for you? Ola Yankee Akinyemi?
The problem isn't I don't need it to be justifiable for me.
Or do you want me to say it in Spanish so you can understand it? Since English,
it's not for it to be justifiable. It's not for it to be all right. You want me to answer the question or no?
Nah, you good. You beat.
Okay. Okay. It's not for it to be justifiable or justifiable for me. I'm just asking, what is it? I mean, we like, okay, this person because the success he had in 2 years. Well, this person because the success of 10 years. And I'm like, okay, wait. What's the list? at first when you said, "Oh, Super Bowl," I said, "Okay, maybe that's the list." Cool. I was cool with it. And then, June won his person up, and it's like, well, he didn't win. He hasn't won something. I'm cool with it. But then when you started trying to explain, well, I understand why he's here because the last 2 years. Then if that's why he's here, then I don't understand why he's here. That's all I'm saying. Like, what is? And if you're saying the list is combined of different things, then okay. I mean, if that's how you saw it, okay. But I mean, the people that were under was probably success in the last few years. And okay, I'm cool. I mean, I just want to know what we're looking at the list because we're adding 2 different, 3, 5, 18 different things to compile what we thought the list was. That's all. No big deal.
You are blessed, my child. Go with God.
Whatever.
Go ahead, Bree.
All right, build your rookie offense. So you have quarterbacks Richardson, Young, CJ Stroud. You can't see?
She got her screen. She's on her phone. You got to move your thing, your screen. Like move left or right. I think if you go left,
Running back.
So,
you see it?
thing, all I see is Frank. The next thing, I see everybody. That's the only tabs I have.
She's sharing because I could see it.
It's okay. I can't see. It's fine.
Log out and then log right back in.
Maybe when Frank went to go mute my shit.
No, I didn't even mute you, so stop it. I didn't even
No,
mute.
it said you're now unmuted. You fucked up my shit.
I know, I never muted you. I did the sound effects. I never muted her. Not gonna do that. That's rude. Go ahead, Bree.
We won't be able to do trivia today because of you two.
No, I'm good. I ain't mad at her. She funny.
All right. So build your rookie offense. You have your quarterbacks, your running backs, and then your wide receiver. You pick one quarterback, one running back, and one wide receiver to build your rookie offense if you were the GM.
I don't know a lot about these guys, so I'm just gonna go see. I'm gonna go CJ Stroud.
I can't see you.
Addison.
It's still saying I'm connected to maybe it's my phone.
It probably is.
I'm gonna go CJ.
Uh-huh.
Bijan Robinson, because I think he's the best running back coming out of this draft class for rookies. And
It's
then
right.
I'm also going to go Jordan Addison because I think he is the best wide receiver out of the other two.
What was Addison's time on the 40?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me Google it.
Nikki.
You see, I took a screenshot of what I see.
What's your third slide? If you go to your left, what's your third slide?
4.49 seconds.
But you know what? I think I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Joe knows. Okay, so go the other way. Go the other way, Nikki. Because one way is for you to talk if you're muted. The other way is like.
Oh, hold on. Let me do something. The one where me at the top is the screen she's supposed to be looked at. So let me just go ahead and refresh.
This is us 3. I already did a few times.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Can you see my screen now? I just
Hold on.
redid it.
Oh, there you go. I can see it now.
It was your phone.
Yeah, I couldn't see.
Your phone.
Okay. But when she refresh it, I can see. Great.
So I'm gonna go CJ, Bijan, and Jordan.
Okay. Who is this Charbonnet guy?
Charbonnet.
Yeah.
He's good. He's solid. I think he was drafted in the 3rd round by Seattle. But he's okay.
I like Flowers.
Gibbs is a monster too. Gibbs is a monster. Addison is the best one. So if you're not going Jordan Addison. Addison and I'm telling y'all right now, Jordan Addison and Jefferson together is going to be dangerous.
So you going, Nikki? You going Flowers and who else?
Robinson.
And for quarterback?
Yeah, shit. Yep, that's it.
The The best one. You got to pick.
Listen. For quarterback, I'll take the third string. Whoever the third string is.
I hate you. It's gonna be CJ Stroud.
No.
I'm sorry. I still think CJ should have been picked first over
Yeah,
Bryce.
CJ is who I want to pick. But he going to the Texans, and that's in my
But that's
division.
why this game is build your offense. Like, this is your team. Who would you pick?
Oh yeah, so I'll pick him, O'Du and Flowers. So I'll pick Charlie for quarterback, Alpha for wide receiver, Alpha for running back.
June.
AAC.
We can skip that one. Okay, since we're on the coaches, you got to pick one coach to eliminate. I already know my answer.
To eliminate?
Yep, you got to eliminate one coach.
McVay. Bye.
No.
Shanahan.
Shanahan, goodbye.
You getting rid of Shanahan?
He's the only person on this list that has not won a Super Bowl. I'm picking if he has not won a Super Bowl, like what's the point? I'm picking all these quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl. Regardless on how they got there, they won a championship. McVay's the only one who has not won a championship. I'm not picking.
She said McVay, but she meant Shannon.
I meant Shanahan.
No, McVay's gone.
Okay, Nikki says McVay. I say Shanahan. June.
Oh, man.
Let's Shanahan.
Frank.
If I tell you what I really think inside, you're gonna think Nikki's gonna have a field day. But
no, what do you think inside? Like,
Okay.
who would you remember? It's your decision. She wants McVay gone. I say Shanahan. June says Shanahan. What do you say?
so I'm on the fence, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm on the fence. Shanahan has shown success. He just got over the hump a little bit. McVay, he's had his success too, and they're younger. So I think they're bringing that new twist to the game. Tomlin, I think he's still got legs. I don't know. I think in my opinion, this is just me. If Belichick can't get it together, I think he needs to go.
So you're eliminating Belichick.
Yep.
Out of this list of quarterbacks. Okay.
Yep. Of head coaches.
And
that's the reason. If he can't adjust in the next year or two, he's got to go. He's got to go. Because you can't keep doing things the old way if it's not winning for the team. You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
Okay.
America!
Right.
Did y'all hear that, America?
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
I'm being honest, man. I
have this be the last.
Yeah, no, I think he's a great head coach. I think he's one of the greatest head coaches ever. It's him and in my opinion, that's is Lombardi and him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna critique him like I do anybody else. Stepping away from the fact that he got 8 rings and all that good stuff.
Oh.
I feel that he hasn't been able to adjust because he's too stubborn. And if you see, Andy Reid is different. He's an offensive mind. He's adapting. I don't think Andy Reid's better than Belichick, but if Belichick can't adjust, man, you gotta let go. You know what I mean? That's just what I think. I mean, like I said, Lombardi and Belichick, 2 of the greatest head coaches ever. But you got to be able to adjust.
All right, this will be the last one since Frank got to go. So which insane NFL record will be broken first? So in 2007, Adrian Peterson, 296 rushing yards in a game. 1951, Norm Van Brocklin, 550 passing yards in a game. 1990, Derek Thomas, 7 sacks in a game. 2010, 12 players tied for 4 interceptions in a game. 2021, Justin Tucker, 66-yard field goal. And in 2015, 8 players tied for 7 passing touchdowns in a game. So out of these 6, which insane record will be broken first?
I think 2010.
12 players tied for 4 interceptions in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know
good.
which one won't get broken? 1951. That shit still.
Well,
That shit is still relevant.
a passing league now, though.
Mhm.
He
And y'all both knew.
This is more of a
1951. So, but you're right. Going off the oldest one, I think that would be the one I would go with. But I don't know. I think 7 sacks in the game could get broke.
I know someone who could break that if they really tried.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Honestly, the 60
Watt.
field goal.
Yeah, that'll probably be the one. Because these kickers are doing.
Tucker's gonna break his own record, basically.
Yeah.
Now, Pete, that's eight players tied for 7 passing touchdowns in one game.
In the game.
Oh, like they threw for 7 touchdowns. Nah,
so 8 different players threw for 7 touchdowns in their game, all in that year.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think so. That's probably gonna sit there for a little bit. Yeah, I think the 66-yard kicking would be the one.
Jim?
I'm gonna go with the sacks. I think the sacks will be broken before the field goal.
Who do you think will break the sack record?
It depends. I mean, I think right now, I think they're trying to move Micah Parsons' position, right?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, so if I had to choose one, it'd probably be
pick your top 3. That's not the answer. I was like, pick your top 3.
The top 3 what of this list right here?
She wants to say why. That's what she wants
Pick
to
the top
say.
3 people you think will break the record, because you said Micah Parsons. So if you could pick 2 other people to probably break that record, who would
Oh shit!
the 2 be?
I didn't even understand your question. I thought you were trying to talk about this list right here.
No. Pick 2 other people you think will break your record. I'm gonna give you a hint. One of them wears a black and yellow. But I think that one of them wears a black and yellow jersey uniform, and his number is 90, and his first name starts with a T, and his last name starts with a W.
Oh, in the game? I don't know if he there yet.
He did 6 in one game. He had 6 sacks to one game.
But to beat it, he has to have 8.
I know, but he easily did 6, and with 2 interceptions in that same game.
Well, half a sack, Nikki. He could do 7.5.
Oh, half. Yeah. He could get help.
Yeah.
But this person didn't get help. He got 7 on his own, so he has to get.
That's
8.
why I said he got to get 8, and I think
he has to get 8. Cause this not no tie. He got it on his own. I don't know. I don't know.
I think TJ could do it. There's 3 players.
Was this last year, his first year getting hurt, or was it 2?
Yeah. No, this was his first year getting hurt.
But
I thought Buddy had a good shot.
I think Micah does. I think he does.
No, I think he.
But also, you said
Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah, you said
Aaron.
Donald. Yeah, my bad.
I thought Donald had a good shot. I guess it depends on that line too. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. If he's the only good player in the line, it's gonna be difficult for anybody to break it.
There's one other person. I don't like saying this man's name, but maybe
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Myles Garrett.
No. No.
Maybe.
No.
I mean, he is a beast. Who signed with them recently?
The Eagles.
Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett is still a Brown.
Oh, you know what I thought about? Miles Jack. Sorry.
No.
Keep my birds out your motherfucking mouth.
No. I wasn't saying no to the birds, but I was like,
I'm just joking.
I've never heard June curse on here before.
No, June. How many? I don't know, man. 7 sacks in a game, going to 8.
I think so.
Who got the sorriest offensive line? That's going to do it.
The Bengals? I mean, every time I think about O-line, I think about the Bengals. I don't know why. It's just automatic.
No, because it's true. They have but I feel like we have a struggling line too. So, but yeah. I mean, the facts thing about the Bengals is that's what has kept them behind. Because Burrows is fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's not fine.
But that game in the AFC Championship, that was on Burrow, man. Them interceptions, what he threw for
Yeah,
three or four?
I know. Right, but that's not common. That's the point I'm making, right?
Yeah.
Normally, he's on his square or whatever, and when he is, because he's not easily flustered or whatever, is the line. Think about it. The reason why McVay is on this fucking thingy is because the line gave up. Otherwise, we be talking about him like you just said. Sirianni didn't win didn't win a Super Bowl.
I mean,
I sometimes wish he would just threw it up. I sometimes wish he would just threw it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
just Hail Mary. I mean, let's talk about it. What's it called? It was eating turf.
yeah.
What's Ramsey?
Jalen Ramsey, yeah, he was. Just throw it up.
Yeah. So, it is what it is.
Every time I think about that, it upsets me because it could have been a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly why I took him off my list. Because I think it was a fluke.
speaking of Shanahan, one more thing I do want to report that just came out on Twitter was Shanahan says he's a big fan of Sam Darnold, and several people think that Shanahan can turn Darnold into an elite quarterback of the Niners that have been looking for. Woo! And he is certain that Sam Darnold will start the opening weekend.
I
Big
mean,
ups to my
but we said that. We said that if anybody was going to get Sam Darnold to work, it's him. He has
It's that arm.
record.
It's that arm.
He has a proven record. Matt Ryan ain't been nothing since he left. And Matt Ryan has best season under him, MVP and Super Bowl appearance. You know what I'm saying? So and shit, they had a Super Bowl one until they started doing stupid shit. So, I don't know, man. Maybe let's see. I
love you, Samantha.
love to see Sam Darnold
Succeed.
Yeah, I would. Just like we love seeing Geno Smith do it, and anybody that played for the Jets.
Wow. You know, my Panther shirt was Samantha Darnold on the back. I gotta get a 49ers one.
Yeah. Oh look, hey June. Nice to see you, bro.
Okay. All right, well, we'll do trivia and part 2 of pictures next week.
Okay. So this week, Saturday, right? We're doing Saturday. We just gotta come up with a time.
I fly out of Florida on Saturday. But my flight is at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so it will have to be early. June, are you staying in Orlando for retirement?
It's on the fence. I'm on the fence.
June is not.
All right, we'll talk about it later. All right, close it out. Nikki, start out. Let's go.
All right, bye, y'all.
What? That's not even like you.
All right, America. This is what I got to deal with, America. Frank and his feelings, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. The truth has been spoken. Y'all just stay black. Frank, it's my turn. It's my turn.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Y'all stay blessed. It's Monday. Today's my baby's birthday. He turned 13, y'all.
Let's go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Why you
Yes, almost the end of we're almost halfway through the year. If you have a goal that you set for yourself by the end of the year, you're halfway there. So just revisit your goal, and till next time.
Hey, thanks for joining us this week, Nikki. I love it. Thank you for today. You brought a spark out that I haven't felt in a while. I appreciate you. Love you. It's always good. Yo, it's all love here with us. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that we don't talk to each other. We do talk. It's all love. It's all love. I really enjoyed this episode. I look forward to next week when we record again. June?
Yeah. Hey, dope times. Hey, Nikki, I am extremely happy for Nikki. She has motivated me to start working out and running. So if anybody want to ping her and ask her for some running advice, please hit her up. She's definitely been guiding me through success. Other than that, stay blessed, y'all.
Bree?
Always a pleasure doing this with you guys every single week. Part 2 with trivia next week. Some more boring topics next week as well. But we try to make it fun, and there's not a lot of news right now, but we do our best to make it more entertaining as possible. Thanks for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Please follow us on all social medias.
Hey, America, real quick. I just got to say something real quick. June just met all of my players. He really a Jack fan. Deep, deep, deep.
Oh, yeah,
Anyway,
June.
y'all stay blessed. Bye.